I have told people one of the first things is when you are in an abusive marriage, stop reproducing. When you are in an economic crunch where a partner is not working, where a spouse has not worked and refuses to work, it is not the time for reproduction. You are not the kind of people that God told to replenish the earth, because what are you going to do? When you give birth, it is for another person to train. You can't be burdening people with your children. People that can afford are not giving birth as much as you. Why did I get into this? The lazy, the jobless, imposing on those that are working. I told you, ladies and gentlemen, marriage is not by force. If it is not working, it is not working. Leave it. It is very simple. Marriage is an agreement. Will you marry me is a question. Yes, I will marry you because I believe that, with what I have seen, whether you are pretending, I don't know, whatever you have seen, I feel comfortable, I will. So, we recite those words. I take thee to be my lawfully wedded wife, to have and to hold, to love and to cherish in sickness and health, for richer, for poorer, till death do us part. Amen. And then, what was not in that contract, in that oath, was abuse. You did not also agree to remain in abuse. It is not in the marriage oath. You did not also agree. You see, richer, poorer is different. For richer, he's working. For poorer, he lost his wealth. But there is no jobless there. There is no lazy there in that contract. So when you come there and you meet abuse, it wasn't in the contract you agreed to. So that marriage is void. You said you would love and cherish, not to beat or inherit. When you cherish something, ladies and gentlemen, you take care of it. So to take care of it, that means you will have what you will take care of it with. But when you are jobless, you don't have what to cherish with. It is just amazing. Why am I on this? You will remember me today that I hammered on this thing for two. I had to add lazy. Then those that are now coming that God said that they should not walk. It is simply an insult. It is simply calling God a hypocrite. The first thing, when God created Adam, he gave him work, tend the garden. God himself, on the seventh day, he rested from his work. God is working. So how can you, creation, when your creator is working, you, creation, says that creator told you not to work? How does that even, where does that even, who do you look like? You need to see, I have over 2,000 messages. It was just amazing. I was opening my mouth like this. Do you know the people that have been coming to my office this week? People who are married to people who are not working. Let me tell you one quality of them all. They look miserable. They look miserable. Some are pretty, but behind their pretty face is a tired interior. You can feel their energy that they are tired. They are struggling. A lady came to my office today. She said, can I imagine that unknown to her. Her husband had been collecting bread on loan. He will pay the woman, he will pay the woman, he will pay the woman. He has been collecting loan. That the loan for bread was 10,200 and something naira. I said 10,000 naira bread? How much is bread? He said the husband has been collecting. So the woman didn't know how to tell her. The woman now called her daughter to tell her that, please, your father is owing me, bread seller, 10,200 and something naira. The shame. At times, you will not be able to pass a particular road. You have to go and turn and pass because of the shame of people coming to your house all the time to harass. They don't have. You are working. He will go and borrow. He won't pay back. You will work. You will go and pay back your husband's, or you go and pay back your wife's. Your wife will go and collect things on loan, telling the, it's just, let me tell you something, the nightmares on lazy people, on jobless people, is unending. It is the never-ending, it is the never-ending story. You are looking at yourself and you are looking at your children. You can't afford to break down, because if something happens to you, the children will not eat. The children will not go to school. There was a lady that saw me. She said she's had to sleep with 2 men. One, when, in fact, it's more than one. I said there is a lady that, more than one. One had to do that to pay the WAEC fees, because the child had registered. They were about to do the WAEC and there was no money. The husband said, is it compulsory? You can do it another time. Is it compulsory? You did not even pay from the beginning of his education. You have not paid anything. Even just WAEC. Get up, call him. You say no, that you shouldn't call anybody that is related to him, or call any of his friends. That she can go and she went. She didn't know. She met. She an ex of hers, and she was just tired. The ex came and then met, one thing led to another for WAEC, that your child will go to WAEC. Another woman had to be in a relationship with the assistant manager so that she will not be sacked. Because her query, all her money will be gone. She will have to walk. Do you understand? She would have to walk a distance to get to work. The boss never understood why she always came late. So it was query upon query. She just couldn't say that I have to walk. She has to walk 19 kilometers to get to her office. Why you always? She just couldn't say. She would quote medical reason. She just couldn't say, because they will wonder, you are getting this much salary. Husband will wahala, children wahala, light wahala, rent. Everything was on her head. She had nothing. She will walk 19 kilometers to work. And then when she gets home, the husband will have the audacity to tell her that she came home late. So one day she lost it, went and, that's the funny thing. Instead of hurting the source of your problem, you now go and hurt yourself. She went to do a cocktail of hypo and one other thing and just drank. One of the children saw her when she was pointed and saw the pack of hypo, and she was like, mommy, what are you doing? Before you knew it, her stomach started. She has peptic ulcer today because the hypo had already started before they could pour, rush her to the hospital and all that. Even the hospital, they didn't collect money because the story was too much. They just told her to go. If not, she would have died. She just wanted to kill herself. And that's what always happens. The meek always pay the price. Moses paid the price of his unbelieving sisters and the unbelieving, the stubborn Israelites. The Israelites now entered the promised land. He did not. He did not. God said, you will not. So he stood. After leading people for over 40 years, you yourself parted the Red Sea, walked, helped this one, helped that one, prayed for this one, begged God, don't destroy these people, do everything. At the end of the day, all of them entered. You did not. That is a lesson to you. Simple people, that is a lesson to you. Meek people that you think bearing other people's burden is your calling. No. Jesus said, cast all your cares and burdens on me. You are not Jesus. You cast it onto Jesus, for I care for you. It's not your job. You even have burdens that you need to cast on Christ, not by going to carry a liability for a spouse. It's better that you are single. It's better that you are single. I want to rant. I want to rave. It's maddening when you see what people are going through because of their jobless and lazy spouses. And the worst are those that now use religion to cover their joblessness. I saw a sign. God said that. There was one who was in a multinational company and just resigned and said God told him, some things, when you look at it, it seems they are not normal. But actually, it's the person's mindset. To exert themselves is a problem. To work is a problem. They are enduring. So when they now marry somebody, and they say that they always marry hardworking people, the next thing, they just resign. Oh yeah, you come and work. You will clothe them. You will feed them. Both men and women, it is not that it is the quality of men. Women. A man came to my office, but I think he's a foolish man. I told him to, get out of the office. The wife was a banker, Zenith Bank. Just one day, he just got back, and the conversation. The wife said, "Oh, I resigned yesterday." Resigned how? What happened? Nothing. I just want to rest. By resigning, you want to rest. How about taking a leave? Now everything was on him. 100,000 a month. Never 2-3 weeks. It's gone. She's saying there's no money again. Now he can't just cope with her demands. He can't cope. Ladies and gentlemen, it's almost time. Tell those that are meek amongst you, that think that carrying people's burdens, you are in your house, your brother comes, your matrimonial comes to stay, you say it's your brother, they just come to stay, no work, nothing, they are just there. You'll be feeding, you tell your husband, your family is there, your husband will be feeding family members that are not productive. They just came to do what? Are they working? No, they just stay in your house. People just come to stay in your house without doing anything, and you expect your spouse, you are not even working, you expect your spouse to be feeding them. The worst still are those that are married to jobless men whose sister will come and be insulting the working woman, the woman that is feeding your brother. Ladies and gentlemen, when you are in those kinds of marriages, let me tell you, rather than other people entering the promised land, they are eating, and you will not enter the promised. You better leave. Pack your bags and go where you are coming from. Go back to where you are. A mistake is a mistake. No matter how long it took you to make the mistake, a mistake still remains a mistake. When you see that you have married wrong, they say, when you can no longer go forward, you can always go back to where you came from. You have missed it a long time ago. You see, the Bible says, if the foundation be destroyed, what can the righteous do? You cannot build a house on a faulty foundation. Whichever way you go about it, no prayer will make it stand. God does not perform magic. He's not a magician. He gives you their precepts to life. You cannot, no, it just doesn't work. If it is not working, it is not working. We've buried too many women. I told you, between January and March this year alone, we buried 68. Osinachi was 64. Osinachi was number 65. I would not forget, Osinachi was 65. That is also not Nigeria, not Lagos State. Every day in Lagos State. Was it, can you imagine? About 2 days ago, Another gentleman strangled his wife, tied a rope around her, strangled her to death. She was the one working. He was not working. So every man that greets her, you are sleeping with this. Every man that passes, you are sleeping with that. She is the one feeding you. Next thing, you come in the height of jealousy, you strangle her, kill her, and then you drink whatever you want to drink. You now drink it. The guy didn't die. They had rushed him to the hospital, but the girl is dead. The girl has said it several times that she's tired, but ignorant parents, ignorant friends, ignorant family, ignorant spiritual leaders, ignorant people to support her that, madam, come. She would take care of the children, take care of a jobless man. The jobless man killed her. Now she's dead. Okay, what will now happen to the children? The children that you say you are waiting in the marriage for, what will now happen? They saw the father kill the mother. Do you know that children are the primary victims of abuse? They are the ones that see and are damaged by the abuse. Who now wants to marry a woman who saw her father kill the mother? You think that woman is going to submit to any man, say, so that you kill me like my father killed my mother? That's how we damage the next generation, by remaining compliant to norms and traditions that were made by ignorant men 400 years ago. A child now knows more than those men 400 years ago. You don't stay in joblessness. The Bible tells you he should not eat. If he should not eat, why would he even be married? I am telling you, ladies and gentlemen, it never ends well. Check them. Go and check them. Go and check them. Go and check it. Anyone, when you see the man, unless you're a multi-billionaire, that you, even Bill Gates' wife has a job. Check it. Check it. She has a job. She runs an NGO. She supplies stuff to Africa. She comes, you see her in the Royal Buba carrying water. They have a job. They are mentally engaged. You have somebody who has no mental alliance, that the devil is the idol. the idol mind is the devil's workshop. I mean, you now say that the woman is problematic, the man is problematic. They have nothing they are doing. Their brain is not productive. So what would they have to think? What would they have to think? What the neighbors are saying? I remember when someone was saying, this is my wife. You know, the way she's always dressing. I should be careful, though. You know, men will be seen. I say, you even have time. Normal men would have gone to work. You have time. You are looking at how my wife is. And I mean, they buy the clothes to us. I want time. She the dress. My wife no be come up, make she no fine. It's impossible. She looks. So they work for my thing, and she's working. She doesn't need me to dress. She has been dressing even before he met me. So what is that? That is the rumor, the gist of jobless people. They have nowhere to go. They are the ones that will see what the woman is wearing in the morning and in the evening. What are they doing? They are in the house. If they are in the office, how would they see it? But to a jobless person, that is how rumor, speech, rumor, talk, excuse. Ladies and gentlemen, it never ends well. Today, I end my speech on the jobless and the lazy. A word is enough for the wise. I have flogged and overflogged because it is a pandemic. You need to see the number of people that came to my DM, married to men that have nothing and not doing anything. Then look at men, tired of always having to be everything. This is me. They will call you in the office. There is no water in the house, so gas has finished. You can't even buy water in the house. I have to wait. My period is coming. I don't have money. Do you know that after some time, the man's head will be hot? Be with people that have value, that are doing something. No, there's no compromising it. Your life, you will live longer when you have help. When you are short here, that one can help you. What is the value of a helpmeet when she has nothing with which to help you with? It is well. Thank you, everybody. Wow, we have almost 40 people. Olusegun 347. Lazy people, wala too much. Oh, this is the third week. Oh, believe. You best believe. I'm reacting to so many messages, so many meetings. A mistake is a mistake, no matter how long you made it. Yes, that is ADD. Vivian Olutu Fese. Let me see any more comments. Let me just go through. Let me just go through that. Let me see. Fortune Dodger. Kudos to you, Barrister, for the good work. More divine grace. Oh, thank you very much. Hey, God bless you, sir. It was Elisha that those children were mocking for his bald head, and the bear killed them all. Thank you for the correction, Jerry. Are you sure it was Elisha? No problem. Elisha was the pedigree of Elijah. They did not take nonsense now. Can you compare them with Moses? Elisha was an understudy of Elijah, and he took twofold. What did he say? He said that, let your spirit come on me, Abi. Was it twofold, threefold? Let it come on me. So Elijah's spirit came on Elisha. So Elijah was manifesting in Elisha. They would do what they are supposed to do with no apologies to anybody. What if he sold her his dreams? E.g., movie of Tyler Perry, Acrimony. He sold her his dreams. At the end of the movie, what happened? Madness, wasn't it? In fact, it was that Acrimony that I met my wife. That movie caused wahala for. That was that I will not forget that movie. That was where I met my wife. The confusion, the argument. Olusegun 347. I'm really learning this night. Thank you very much. CG Smiley. How is the marriage supposed to thrive? How can marriage thrive? For something to thrive, it must have good soil. Network is bad though. Wow, yes, that's the story of Lagos. CG set and why I like it raw. Okay, Vivian Olutu Feshe. So I kindly explore other streaming and podcast platforms like Anchor, Mix. Okay, the gospel must reach everywhere. Let me confess to you, ma. When it comes to social media, I am a fossil. I'm in Jurassic Park. I am those extinct dinosaurs. I don't know anything. This Instagram was opened by somebody from you and said, okay, this is how. So I'm not podcast. I've already, thank God, somebody like you called me up. He's a professor from Japan and said, sir, get somebody to handle your social media. I will be paying for it. So we got someone to. So now we have some on podcast. I think Apple and Spotify and all that. I listed it out. It's there. Probably I would ask him to list all those out on Instagram so you can get through it. He's working on it right now. Very fantastic guy working on social media. But I'm learning. Emma Binu. Sages me blunt truth. 9 children qua. What happened to contraceptives? Do you know that in some churches they preach against contraceptives? They tell you that you cannot use contraceptives, that it is against the will of God. I was there last week, and when I heard, I just couldn't believe. Okay. I think I have gone far back enough. Let me see. Let me go back to the front. Well done, Olani Sani 52. Oh wow, well done, Barrister. I appreciate you. I appreciate you too for joining me. Afro Power _ Grill. Jobless individuals always look for their spouse's mistakes. Yes, and they will never let you. Someone is feeding you. Network issues, sort global. Well, it will be saved so you can come back. That acrimony not trigger for me, I beg. Oh yes. Jenny Surge, thank you, sir. Oyawoye, hey, Bitola, Oyawoye. Why is that we have more jobless men these days? They were raised jobless by jobless parents, where joblessness and laziness was encouraged. You know, some are pathologically lazy, but a lot of them were indulged. Adarume, God will continually bless you. Amen. Oh, Olushe, you can always watch it again here on Instagram. Thank you. Kabiru Official, more grace. Thank you very much. Can I get a replay of this? Yes, you can always watch on Instagram. It will be saved immediately after the show. This is really insightful. Thank you very much, Kazim Olawale Karim. Oh wow, evening, sir. Jewelry accessories, how are you? Jewelry underscore accessories, how are you? How are you? How are you? So thank you everybody for tuning in. It's really nice sharing my thoughts every Wednesday, Thursday, 8:10 to 9:10. Thank you for joining me.